The crimson sky bled into the stark white walls of my clinic. Another day, another dose of luminaria to quell the creeping sense of unease, of something just beyond the grasp of logic. I, Dr. Evelyn Reed, psychiatrist to the dreamless town of Somnium, watched my patients, hollow, pale shells of beings, their eyes permanently glazed over, a testament to a life lived in perpetual twilight. "Doctor, I had a dream again," Elias, a young man with haunted eyes, stammered, his hands shaking. I examined his brain scan, the familiar pattern of neural suppression overlaid with something different, echoes of a storm within the static. "It's the crimson spiders, Doctor," he whispered, his voice strained. "They crawled into my head from those swirling shadows." I dismissed it as a hallucination, a byproduct of withdrawal. But something gnawed at me, an unsettling unease that resonated with a tremor in my own suppressed dreams. Days blurred into weeks, the whispers of nightmares becoming screams. My patients, ravaged by vivid hallucinations and crippling anxiety, started exhibiting disturbingly similar symptoms. Faces contorted in expressions of terror, eyes darting about as if hunted by unseen horrors. Dr. Thorne, my closest confidant, a man of unwavering logic and order, was skeptical. "Don't let the fear consume you, Evelyn. We are doctors, bound by the scientific code. Dreams are a fallacy, a biological glitch." He tried to convince me, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister was afoot. Driven by an urgency I couldn't explain, I began researching archaic texts, seeking answers in the forbidden whispers of history. There, I found it. The Dream Eater, a parasitic entity that feeds on suppressed dreams, manifesting as collective nightmares, twisting the minds of the populace. My blood ran cold. The crimson spiders, the churning nightmares. It all began to make sense. The director, the iron fist behind the dreamless code, would never tolerate this. When I tried to warn him, he dismissed me as delusional, his face hardening into a mask of cold disdain. In a desperate bid to find the source, I injected myself with a potent dream inducer, a dangerous gamble. The crimson sky seemed to pulse around me, the air thick with a suffocating sense of dread. The Dream Eater found me in the labyrinth of my own mind, a swirling maelstrom of fear and despair. When I awoke, I knew I could no longer remain silent. I collaborated with Anya, a compassionate nurse who had witnessed the horrors firsthand, and Kai, a gifted hacker who had lost everything to the Crimson Knights. Together, we delved into the city's underbelly, following the trail of stolen dreams. We discovered a network of tunnels leading to a gargantuan facility humming with dark energy, the Dream Weave. Within its metallic heart, we found the source, a grotesque machine that harvested the psychic energy of nightmares, powering Somnium's artificial light. And there, at the core of it all, stood the director, his face a mask of grim determination. "It was necessary, Doctor, to break the cycle of fear, to control the chaos that lurks within every human mind," he declared. His words were hollow, reeking of desperation and a terrifying love for control. "At what cost, Director?" I asked, my voice trembling. He looked at me, his eyes filled with a chilling emptiness. "The cost of freedom, Doctor. The cost of a dreamless utopia." The truth leaked into our minds like a toxin. We had been slaves to a fabricated peace, blind to the horrors the dream weave devoured. Suddenly, the city's crimson glow intensified, and a psychic wave surged through the facility, forcing every citizen to relive their darkest nightmares. The crimson sky was no longer a source of artificial light, but a canvas reflecting the collective traumas of a world haunted by its dreams. We had freed them, but at what cost? Somnium had tasted the forbidden fruit, the truth, and the taste was bitter. The city remained bathed in crimson. but now it mirrored the collective terror that no longer dreamt, but lived.